got an appointment, Mr. Cadillac.
He wrote a book?
Yeah.
Milton C. Hardcastle. A man without honor?
You're gonna sue a guy who used to run the mob?
Right.
You're a dead man, Joe.
I got records of things that we all did together.
There's still a way to collect this slop. Okay, expert, what are you gonna do now?
Watch out, it's gonna blow!
Mr. Cadillac, it's time to go, sir.
Okay, there he goes. He'll take the first right. Do it after the turn.
Come on, you've got an appointment, Mr. Cadillac.
Well, Louis, you finally made a big-time mistake. This is real dumb.
Maybe it's the books I've been reading.
Hey, Cardinal, look at this.
What you got, Milt? The Lone Ranger comic books are over there.
One man's struggle to achieve the American dream. A heartwarming journey to the ghettos of New York, to a mansion in California with stops at Hollywood, then Pennsylvania Avenue. They left out the stops at Terminal Island and San Quentin.
Wait a minute. What is this, a joke? This guy used to be a killer. Hey, didn't you send this guy up a couple times?
Yeah.
Didn't he even threaten to kill you once?
Yeah.
He wrote a book?
Yeah.
Well, maybe you're in it, huh? Check the index.
Let's see. Hayworth, Rita, Hardy, Oliver, Hendricks, Jimmy.
You missed it.
Oh, yeah. Hardcastle, Milton. 7, 12, 16, 118, 130, 150, 162.
He didn't forget you, that's for sure.
Get me all through this piece of junk. 118.
Black hat on the bench. Milton C. Hardcastle. Man without honor?
Do you mind? Miss, I'd like to buy a copy of that.
It's $18.
$18? $18 for a book of fables.
Oh, I just finished it. It's wonderful. He points fingers at the mob. He tells it all. Crooked cops, bad judges. They're selling like crazy.
Crooked cops? That lowlife says there are crooked cops in here? I want one.
Well, okay, that's $18.
He'll pay. See you later, Mill.
Yeah. Hardcastle, an unprincipled liar who bends the truth and charges blindly in anything in his path.
Okay, Pop, what's your excuse?
Oh, I'm sorry, Judge. I didn't recognize you.
Okay, Pop. Is that the way the department told you to talk to a citizen in the street? What happened to get out of the car, sir?
Get out of the car, sir. Well, that's okay, Judge. I'm not going to write you up.
Well, of course you're going to write me up. I just rear-ended you, didn't I? How you going to explain what happened to your car to the motor pool sergeant if you don't write me up? Now, go on, write me up.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for bringing him home, officer. What was it this time, huh? Was he playing hooky? Or was he throwing rocks at cars again?
Did you weed the rose garden yet? Because if you didn't, you better get at it and quit bugging me.
He's having a bad day of it, I think.
It's no sweat. I'll let him pound his gavel for a while, give him a stray and carrots, and put him to bed early.
Did you read this piece of trash Cadillac published? Yeah. Well, he calls me a liar in here, Sid. That's a libelous statement, isn't it? I'm gonna sue this jabron. Well, then read it and call me back when you finish.
A short, squatty man with a simian face. Judge Hardcastle looked like an evil artist's rendition of Satan in black, glowering over the mahogany desk in courtroom 6.
You want to get back to your weeds, boy?
Well, that's a pretty fair description if you want my opinion, Judge. I mean, I've been in your courtroom twice, and you do look kind of ape-like in your robes, glaring down, fingering your lip the way you do. Who wrote that? I'd like to get a copy. Joe Cadillac?
Mm-hmm.
The mobster?
Yep.
You're gonna sue a guy who used to run the mob?
Right.
You've been down at the pond eating goldfish? This guy will kill you, Judge.
You're tired of weeding, huh? You been bugging me about our next case? Okay. This guy has been in my file a long time. Just moved himself to the top of the heap. We're gonna get him.
Why? Why? Just because he called you a donkey? Judge, you are a donkey. You can't sue a guy for telling the truth.
He called me an ape, a short ape. Aside from that, he was a little hard on his old string section.
String section?
You heard of the boys with the violin cases, Sammy Allo and Nate Reams, huh? They didn't come out so good in this book. That tell you anything?
Doesn't tell me a thing.
Well, that's because you don't know these guys. Now, Cadillac is a survivor. He's not going to write a book like this dumping on his old pals unless he's got heavy insurance. Now, I figured I'd never get this guy because he's supposed to be retired, out in his backyard growing baby tomatoes or something. But all of a sudden, this book comes out, and I'm saying, hey, wait a minute. Maybe he's got some evidence on the old Chowder and Violin Society stashed away in a closet in his house someplace, huh? A few little facts I could use in court. There's still a way to collect this slop.
You know, Sarah has a lot of chores for me to do, and I really have been slow with that weeding project. I ought to get at it.
Oh, now don't tell me you're scared of this old man. Mob guys put their pants on the same as anybody else, one leg at a time.
No, they don't. I know. I've been in prison. They hold the pants in front of them and jump in, and the real mean ones do it blindfolded.
We're leaving in 5 minutes.
No, I figured I'd hear from you guys.
And who would have thought that you'd write a book? Bring up all those homicides nobody talks about no more.
For years, I've been getting the heat in the newspapers. The whole country thinks that I'm a bum. I haven't got many years. I'm a pretty nice guy, huh? I want to clear up my name.
And you're a dead man, Joe.
I don't think so, Nate. I got records of things that we all did together. Hey, Sam, you remember that telephone conversation we had before Hopper disappeared? Huh? I got a recording of that.
You know, I got stuff on Mike here, Nate.
I didn't put it in my book. But if anything happens to me, it'll get to the Attorney General. You want to take me back to my driver? Guess he's got the tire fixed by now, huh?
You hear all of that, Mr. Dussault?
Yeah, I heard.
Get the records, the tapes, and whatever else she's got on us. And then kill him.
Okay. I want you to go to his house, see? You can't miss it. It's on Hermosa Avenue, right in the middle of the block. It's a great big Spanish-looking thing, and it's got a security camera on the front gate.
You want what?
I told you I want this guy. Now, all you got to do, you sit out front and write down license plates numbers. Be inconspicuous, of course. Keep your eye on who's coming and who's going.
Well, where's the pickup truck? I mean, I can't be very inconspicuous driving around in a bright red firecracker, you know?
Well, the pickup truck got in a little accident this morning, hit a police car.
Oh, that's great. Just tell me one thing, Judge. What do you get to do?
I'm going to the police station to see Lieutenant Carlton and try to get us a search warrant. Now, get going.
Oh, you know, I really hate this. I mean, these guys are known for breaking legs, you know what I'm saying?
If they do that, you call 911. That's a police emergency. They'll ring you through to Carlton. Now, get out of here. I'm gonna take this thing in and get fuel injected.
Should have gotten rid of this stuff 6 months ago. Now, who could figure these guys come here and pull guns? Now, get this stuff into the car, huh? Well, let me talk to Father Artia. This is Joe Cadillac.
How you doing, Pop?
Not so good. I got trouble over the book. See, I just called to let you know that if I drop out of sight, don't worry about it.
Listen, Dad. How can I help you?
I'm okay. I know how to take care of myself. Just say a rosary for me, huh? I gotta get going now. I'll be in touch.
Hi.
Hi.
Listen, I need to get to a phone. Any of you kids live around here?
Mrs. Marshall, she lives over there. She's got a phone out by her pool. You can use it, I guess. They're out of town.
She wouldn't mind?
No, she's real nice.
Thank you for dialing 911. This is the police emergency line. All our lines are busy now. Please hold. Your call will be answered in order.
Nice, doggy. Easy. I'm a good guy. We're judging everything. What are you doing? Oh, no, no, come on, little kids. Come on, little boy, come on, you gotta get out of there. You can't be in there. Everybody out. That's it.
Police department, may I help you?
Yes, I'm here.
Police department, may I help you?
Well, I have a portaphone, ma'am, and I'm a little ways away from the transmitter. Listen, I need to get Judge Hardcastle. He's with a Lieutenant Carlton down there at police headquarters.
Is anyone on this line?
Here, give this back to Mrs. Martin.
Some kind of red car back there. Seems to be following us. It's okay. He's turned off.
This is the police emergency line. All our lines are busy now. Please hold.
You can't wait. No, don't give me any more Sinatra, please. Please. I gotta go. Excuse me, I'm sorry. I have to go. I'm sorry. Oh, officer. Whoa, am I glad to see you.
Gotta get that thing out of the handicap parking, buddy.
Officer, I need to get in touch with Judge Hardcastle. He's in Lieutenant Carlton's office downtown. It's a police emergency.
Just who the heck are you, buddy?
Well, my name's Mark McCormick. See, now I'm on a special assignment for Judge Hardcastle. See, I'm tailing that limo right there. Joe Cadillac is in it with some incriminating files. Listen, I really gotta go. Would you do me a favor? Stay behind me, radio Judge Hardcastle and vector him in. Tell him it's Mark McCormick. I gotta stay on that limo.
Hey, look, I'll do it. I'll give it a shot this time. But if he tells me he don't know you, I'm gonna pull you right over.
All right, thanks.
We got that red hot rod back there again, Mr. Cadillac.
We gotta get that stuff to the safety deposit box. Lose him.
Limousine and red sports car headed eastbound on Olympic. Unable to read limo's plate.
If he's on Olympic, he's heading this way, we can intercept.
McCormick, isn't he the kid, that ex-con you're supposed to be looking after?
Yeah, I'll tell you about it later. Will you get out of here now?
get out.
Hi, Joe. Remember my short, squat, simian face?
You got no probable cause to stop me.
You got some boxes in the trunk of the car. It might be what you're looking for.
Why didn't you call me before this turned into a chase?
Call you?
He's already all shook up. He's talking about probable cause
Judge,
now.
I tried calling you. Every time I dial 911, I got a Frank Sinatra concert.
Listen, do this right. Slow. Make sure you got good PC, okay?
Yes, Milton, I'll do it. See your license.
Uh-oh. Man's carrying a gun here, Lieutenant.
I don't believe it.
Got a permit for the gun? Because if you haven't, it's a misdemeanor. We get to search the car.
Of course I've got a permit.
Oh, this permit's expired, David. Almost a week ago. I know that's technical, but then that's what the law's all about.
You try and make that stand up in court, I'll kick your brains in.
It is pretty thin, Milton.
I know that, but it'll hold long enough for us to impound the car, won't it? Then we can find a friendly judge who'll give us a good ruling for search.
All right, I'll call in and find a hook. But look, we can't go through the car because they'll call it illegal search and seizure. And you know, if we find anything, you know it'll be inadmissible in court.
I know.
Okay.
Well, what do you think? Can that old guy jump through his pants blindfolded?
I don't know about this, Judge. I really don't.
Want to go for 10? Not now. Oh, come on.
Not now.
What are you, chicken?
96.
You're gonna snatch a priest.
Gotta find some leverage. This guy's not a priest to me. He's Joe Cadillac's son.
Yeah, but a priest.
I got no religion. To me, this is just a guy that dresses funny. Shut up and get in.
Ooh, listen to what it says here about old Hardcastle. The jury had just thrown the case out of court, and Milton Hardcastle was drunk. He smelled of bad bourbon and had peanut shells on his shirt. An ape-like man with bloodshot eyes, he approached me in the parking lot, tripping over his own feet. He was a pathetic example of how bad the judicial system in L.A. really was. Well, I thought you guys said old Hardcastle was a good guy. Is he really a booze hound?
No, old Hardcastle is not a booze hound. He doesn't drink at all. Never did.
Oh, come on now. Milt, I've seen you take a beer once in a while.
You have you?
Yeah, I have. He drinks beer, fellas. Yep, beer. Hate to admit it, but it's true.
You're getting a kick out of this, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm having a ball.
Judge Hardcastle, McAdams there, he wasn't on the force when you were sitting. And those of us who were, we want to thank you for being the best damn judge in L.A. for 30 years. Huh?
All right. Let's not turn it into a scout meeting, okay? Appreciate it. Lieutenant Carlton around, son?
Yes, in his office, Your Honor.
Milt.
Milt?
Mark.
We drew Judge Hightower.
Hightower? Oh, that's great. He can never make up his mind. He's gonna be up all night trying to figure out whether or not we can search that car.
Well, we got the paperwork over to him already, but he said he can't get to it until after the opera tonight. He's got tickets to La Boheme.
He sounds like a real street-level kind of a guy. No trouble with old Judge Hightower, huh?
All right, I guess it'll keep till morning. The car's locked up safe in the police impound. I'll call you tomorrow.
Right.
Boxes in the trunk of the car. I'd sure like to know what's in there.
Maybe it's his old Tommy Dorsey records.
It's records, all right. It's not some guy blowing a trombone.
Did you really attack him in the park like he says in the book?
I was in a restaurant having dinner with my wife. This was it. 1953. And he came in and started calling me names. Called me a coward, called me a liar. Then he started insulting my wife. So I said, hold it, listen. I'm going to take my wife home, and I'll come back here, and I'm going to meet you in that little park across the street. That's if you got the guts to show up.
You called him out?
Yeah, I figured it was all off the record. So I came back, and I met him, and he's got 3 guys with him. But I'll say this for you. He didn't let him jump in.
Come on, you've got 40 pounds on that guy. Give me a break.
He was a Golden Gloves champ when he was a kid, and he was still in shape then.
Oh, I see. Who won?
Oh, nobody won. You just don't win when you're doing dumb stuff like that. But he could duke it up, all right. So when it was all over, we were both hurting. And I felt stupid. But I grew up on a farm, and back where I come from, nobody calls you a liar and a coward and insults your wife and gets away with it. I couldn't let it stand.
You respect him, don't you?
Sure, I respect him. I respect rattlesnakes, and I respect sharks.
You're something else, Milt. No doubt about it.
Sure I am.
Mr. Cadillac wants to talk to you.
Are you still packing that gun, David? I'll follow you.
I think we got him on the run.
Kind of looks that way.
Judge, a man's been calling you all day. That terrible Mr. Cadillac who wrote this book. How could you write such things, such lies? Why, Judge Hardcastle never did any of the things you say he did.
It's all right, Sarah. He's not going to print a retraction, so we're just going to have to sue him. I'm going to sue you right down to your geriatric support socks.
I need to talk to you in private.
Okay.
Why don't you wait outside, Davy? We're trying to keep the dirt out of the entry hall.
You tell him, Mark.
Thought you were scared of these guys.
I used to be, but now they're beginning to annoy me, so...
How are you cooking?
This is private.
He works with me. You can say anything in front of him you say to me.
Who is it?
I'm a writer. I'm ghosting Hardcastle's new book called Garbage in Our Rivers. Wait till you read it. You're gonna hate it.
I need your help.
Well, Joe, I gave up fighting in parks, and I don't know much about growing orchids, so I don't know what I can do for you.
I need what's in the trunk and back of the car, and I need it now.
Well, that car is impounded. The DA filed a writ to search it, and that's in the hands of a judge who right now is downtown at the Music Center watching a breathtaking performance of La Boheme.
I could make it worth your while.
Hold it. I ought to have you busted for trying to bribe an officer of the court.
What the hell are you talking about? You're not an officer of court anymore, Milt. You and me, we're retired.
What's in the boxes?
You know what's there, Milt. Everything you need to bust me. Get some good raps on Sammy Arlo and Nate Reams.
Well, why should I give them to you? Even if I could, which I can't.
You had a son. He's dead. In Vietnam.
You stay the hell out of my private life, you hear?
I got a son. You didn't know that, huh? When he was still a boy, I changed his name. I let him take his mother's name, Atya. He was brought up by some other relatives in the family. It had nothing to do with my action. I used to slip out twice a week to be with him.
That's what the trips were. Everybody thought you were doing business out of the country, Joe.
I was with my boy. You know, in a way, he's making up for my sins. My son is a priest. He's everything that's good and right, He's the only thing that I really care about. They kidnapped him. And if I don't get those papers to them before 6 o'clock, he's dead.
Who are they?
Some old associates, friends. They hired a man, a guy by the name of Dussault. I never thought that they'd harm a priest. I never knew that they knew anything about him. This Dussault. He's a murderer. He'll kill my boy, and that's no bluff.
Okay. Supposing all this is true, what's the rest of the deal?
I'm a dead man without the records. I give them to Dussault. He gives me back my son. Kills me. You win.
I don't want your head on a plate, Joe. I just want you to pay up for your crimes.
I'll confess. I'll go to jail. I'm only concerned about my son. You remember your boy, huh? You remember that feeling? Well, you can't let that happen. Not even to me.
I don't know what I can do for you, Joe. I told you the car's in police impound. Let me think about it. I'll call you.
I need it by 6 a.m.
I know. I didn't make the problem, Joe. Go on home. I'll call you.
Now, when I came here, I never thought there was a chance you would help me. I hope I'm wrong. Then, I never expected you to come to the ball field either. And you came. A guy like you, I don't know.
I never knew you had a son.
A lot about me you don't know, kid.
Why didn't you tell me?
My son's in my memory. I don't need sympathy from you to sweeten it up. You're not a substitute, if that's what you're thinking.
What do we do about this?
Not a lot we can do. Will you get out of here so I can think? Go eat.
How you doing, Judge?
What are you trying to do? Scare me half to death?
I've been freezing my buns off waiting for you down here.
Waiting for what? I came down to get my tool belt. I got a leaky faucet up there. It drives me crazy.
Looks to me like you grabbed the wrong belt. You know what you are, Judge? You're a fraud.
I am, huh?
Mm-hmm. You're all gruff and tough. But deep down, you are one sucker for a soft cell. What you doing, planning a little midnight raid on the police impound area? Huh?
You got a smart mouth on you, you know that?
Yeah, but I'm a better second story man than you are.
You're planning to come along, are you?
I've got to. You'll snag your pants on the barbed wire, end up hanging on that fence like a dog's dinner.
Think so, huh?
Come on, tough guy, get in. I'll drive.
Watch out for the flower beds!
Wait a minute, Judge. How many second story jobs have you ever done?
Actually, it's my first.
All right, then you're gonna want to listen to me because I'm an expert at this, all right? Now, After 10 o'clock, they put dogs in here, see? They put dogs in. And we're gonna need something to bait them with. What you do is you take this, and when you listen for the sound of little running doggy feet and you hear them, you start throwing this stuff like crazy.
Dogs?
Yeah, they're big and they're mean. We've also got our little lockpick case here for the trunk of the car.
Oh, I don't believe this. You're supposed to be rehabilitated and you're running around with a box of burglar tools.
It's just a sentimental reminder from my checkered past, Judge. Okay, you ready? Come on, let's go.
They're coming in.
Throw the food. Will you throw the food?
Good boy. It's not working. They're coming. Here,
Get the car! Get the car!
Okay, expert, what are you gonna do now?
Well, I don't know about you, masked man, but Tonto was getting the hell out of here.
What are you doing?
I'm gonna hotwire this, all right? I'm gonna fly it back and hit that fence. When it hits, you get out and get out of the fence. I'm gonna throw the boxes to you.
You got the boxes?
Hey, we got your boxes, Joe. But I'm gonna protect them, if you know what I mean.
Just give me the word, sir, and I'll take care of this.
Don't be stupid.
Just say the word, Mr. Cadillac.
Boys, come on now. Shoot out over a box full of papers here. Come on.
Come on, relax, will you, Davy? Come on, one inside.
How you doing, Wyatt? Everything cool? Huh?
Well, how did you get him?
Well, we stole them out of the police impound.
Hey, who you kidding? You're Mr. Law and Order. I don't believe you.
Believe it, mister. This guy put himself in the soup to save your son. You want to be sure to get that into the next book you write. How Judge Hardcastle committed a felony to save your son's life. Broke into a police facility, no less. Stole evidence.
Oh, we don't need that in the book.
Are you kidding? It's the best thing you ever did. Breaking a silly law to save the life of a priest, Judge? Come on. Committing a theft against the very legal system you swore to uphold. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm proud of you.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to make a point of that, okay, McCormick?
Hey, I got a phone number for the guy. I tried to run him, but it turned out to be a stolen mobile phone.
Well, he's smart. Now, there's something we're going to work out first. If I lose these documents, you can double-cross me. You can change your mind about making a confession.
I give you my word on my son's life. It's the best I can do.
Deal.
No, Judge, it's bad play.
Make your call. Now tell them we want to meet at Indian Dunes.
Why Indian Dunes?
Because I know that place like the back of my hand. That's where I race my dirt bikes. Tell them you want to talk to your son. Make sure it's him. Find out if he's okay.
I don't need any advice on negotiating. Come in closer.
Are you kidding?
Leave the car and walk toward me.
You think I just got off the boat, kiddo? Huh? I go over there. You kill me, you kill my son, you go over the car and get the papers. You do it my way.
You got the papers in the car?
No. You got cover, I got cover. You send me my son, I send you the papers. You start blasting, I start blasting.
Okay, we tried that way. We're covered. Send the papers, Joe, or I'll drill him in the back.
Okay, Father.
He could have copied them. Kill them all. Get the guy on the bike. Close off the exits.
Okay, close this joint down. Nobody gets out. Hit it.
Okay, Lieutenant. Close it in.
Get over here, Mike. We've been had.
All right, we're moving in. Lost my traction.
You okay, Milt?
Yeah, man. Don't try to soften me up now, Cadillac.
Hey, thanks. I owe you a lot.
Judge, while you're standing here blushing and kicking the ground, your files are burning up in that car.
What?
Watch out, it's gonna blow!
Get the soft in my head.
Come on, come on, come on.
Thanks, Dad.
Hey, don't thank me, kiddo. Thank this crazy judge here and his friend.
For me and my pop. Thanks.
Want to go for another 10? How you cooking? Go! Judge, what are we doing here? Huh?
We're gonna make a confession here. That's what we're gonna do.
Wait a minute. We're gonna confess to what? Now, you're not gonna go in there and admit to breaking into the impoundment area, are you?
Sure.
You're kidding? Why? Judge, come on, it'll ruin your career. I mean, we gotta wait clean. Nobody even knows.
What do you mean nobody knows? No. I know 2 people that know right now.
Now, wait a minute. If you say you and me are those 2 people, I'm gonna haul off and clock you right here in this cop shop.
Okay, you want it on your conscience? I don't want it on mine.
I won't have it on my conscience. I won't. Honest, Judge, I won't. Listen, will you listen to me? Go up here. Don't, Judge. Police have a tendency to get a little funny with ex-convicts like me breaking into their impoundment areas, stealing evidence.
Look at Joe Cadillac. He didn't pay for his crimes. They put a contract out on him. His kid almost gets killed, and he's gonna spend what's left of his life in jail.
Judge, it's not the same thing.
It is the same
not
thing.
the same.
I spent my whole life standing for the law. Last night, I broke the law. I'm gonna go in there and confess. If you don't want to go, that's okay. I won't drag you into it. I just thought maybe you were man enough to stand up with me. It's okay. Don't worry. Give it a thought.
You're a fool, Jack. Smoking some wacky tobacco. Never done anything that stupid in my life, and I'm not about to start here. No way, Ray. Damn it.
I picked the lock, and the files were in the back of the car.
He couldn't pick the lock on a motel door in Iowa. I picked the lock.
There. Now, doesn't that feel good?
No, it feels dumb.
Okay. Write it up and I'll sign it.
Go home, Milton. Get some rest, okay?
Right after I sign the confession.
Judge Hightower didn't go to the opera. He read the filing on the search and seizure, granted it at 7:30 last night. It was in his outbasket. Milton, you're an officer of the court. You have the right to go into a police facility. Kind of silly to climb the fence, but you can do it any way you want, you know.
Wait a minute. We had the right to search that car?
That's right. It was signed and time dated. No crime was committed. Go home, Milton. Good night. And thank you.
No, wait. I didn't know that at the time.
Clyde.
I meant to break in there.
I'll call you tomorrow.
This is a clear case of intent. Now, the law clearly states- This is nuts.
You're a donkey.
We broke in back.
You're a stoned, red-eyed, hay-bearing jackass. You know that?
All right. I appreciate you coming in there.
Yeah.
Maybe you're getting to be a donkey, too.
Now you're really cooking.